are Jonty and Millie, and along with our kids, we look for the amazing wonders of our world, living in Singapore and exploring beyond. Welcome to Wonderlust. Hello from Hanoi. We are here, we've been here for a few hours. We're currently sat on the back of a Jeep. We're going to tell you a little bit more of that in a minute. But right now, it'll be great to have a quick flashback because we've been here for a few hours and had a nice explore of the area in which we're staying.
What have you got?
This is our first ever time in Vietnam and we are loving it already. We stopped off at our little Airbnb, dropped off some things and then went to explore immediately because someone was incredibly hungry.
Always, yeah. We had Banh Mi, it was good. It's loud here, there's mopeds everywhere, cars beeping. I love it, it's so different.
Our little apartment is right off that big square that's just behind us and there's loads of these really cool streets that just come off it and we are just exploring what they are like and what they've got for us to discover really, which is pretty exciting. It has been Hanoi's or Vietnam's National Day yesterday and there have been a few, I think 4 public holidays and this is the last of the 4 public holidays. So what's really beautiful is that all the flags are out. It feels very nationalistic, a lot of pride, which is really beautiful. And supposedly the shops are closed, but we've seen so much that's open and like I said, the place is buzzing and alive. We found a tiny little music shop in a long, tall building that appears to be only about a metre wide, but it's probably wider than that. But we're going to go in and check it all out.
Down seems to be more, I guess I'd call it a bit more markety. Like there's lots of places with fresh fruits, vegetables. There's a lady just like descaling a huge fish on the side of the road, cutting it up. People selling meats, little stalls offering cooked food as well. Oh, amazing. You can just see like you could just pop home, pick up stuff to cook for dinner and then, or just like at home in Singapore, you can pick something up and then take it home to eat. I keep looking up because there's so many different little buildings, different little balconies hanging off. This place is amazing. So the tour has all been planned for us. We're not really sure what it entails. We've heard about food, coffee, some culture, which are all the things we love. At the moment we are making our way through this organized, chaotic traffic. Everybody seems to know what everybody's doing, but seeing it firsthand, it sounds a bit crazy.
Right, we are here with my friend Chow, who we're going to introduce you to in a little while. She's awesome and so I'm very excited about spending a few days with her as well, and we've got a lot to show you in this beautiful country. What do you think? So we've gone through all sorts of city and town and the hustle and bustle, and then we turned off onto some quieter streets and all of a sudden we're in rural Vietnam. There's a tractor just over here to my left, just ploughing the fields, and it's just, it feels like we're somewhere completely different. I'm going to have to ask Chow in a minute whether this is the normal route or whether we're getting special treatment for some reason, because I can't imagine this is part of the normal tour. This is a farm. Yeah. found out we're on an island, a rural island in the middle of Hanoi, which is very popular with tourists actually, because it's got the nickname Banana Island, and you get a taste of the rural within the city. I've just been flung by plants, that's okay. But that's really awesome. And it really, I can see why it's so popular. It's absolutely beautiful, and it seems vast already. Everything around us, we really feel like we've stepped out of the city and into the countryside. It's absolutely beautiful.
We've been watching some shows about Hanoi, and everything I'd seen is kind of, I guess, more like the city, the busyness, but this is amazing. I'm glad we kind of got to see this side of it, and I can't believe it's so like close by, yet you've just got like miles and miles, it looks like, of these little plantations, almost like what you get in the UK, like allotments. We have like your little patch, loads of bananas growing. Yeah, this is fun, and being in the Jeep is really awesome.
Yeah. This bridge that is just above us, or to the side of us, was designed by Gustav Eiffel. You might be able to notice some of the similarities to the tower. Obviously this one's lying down rather than going upright, but the same sort of style really, which is cool. I think it was built about 100 years ago. We've just stopped off. We're going to walk onto the bridge. Okay, that'd be amazing. This is Chow.
Ciao. From Vietnam.
Chow
Happy
from
to see you
Vietnam.
guys, yeah.
Chow is one of my friends. We are connected because Chow works for a charity that I'm a trustee of called Care for Children. And maybe a little bit later in this video, Chow could tell you a bit about our wonderful work here in Vietnam.
Yeah, can't wait to share you more about the work of Care for Children in Vietnam.
You've never done this?
No.
Awesome. Yeah, so you can push your bike up. Yeah, just take the stairs, bud.
Yes.
Oh, and the train coming as well. As I mentioned earlier, we are on this bridge that was designed by Gustav Eiffel when the French were here over 100 years ago, which is pretty cool. What we didn't realise that we're going to get the chance to kind of come out and be on it and experience it for ourselves. I don't know if any cars are allowed up here. I've only seen bikes, trains, motorbikes, pedestrians. The cyclist was navigating things precariously, but it's just amazing. And this bridge goes over the Red River, named Red because of the life that it brings to the region. It's beautiful.
Yeah, I'm glad we got to come. Like Maya said, every time the bikes go past, you can feel the ground shake.
Oh yeah. Oh, and you can hear them sometimes too.
The floor is concrete, but there is gaps, and I can see all the way down to the bottom, which is making me feel a little bit uneasy, if I'm honest. And the whole thing rattles, so I'm just going to keep moving.
What's happening here? What are you doing? You're driving, are you? I'm walking. Okay, we're getting back in the Jeep. This Jeep was made in 1973, is that right? 1973. Yes. And was used by the military in the Vietnam War. Vietnam War ended in 75, I think. So, yeah. So this was used by the Vietnamese army. It's cool to be in it. It's pretty cool to be in a piece of history as well, going through this beautiful historic city. I'm not sure where we're headed next, but I was very happy with this first stop. Yeah, like I said, just up there, I felt very lucky to have been able to stand on this bridge and to be able to experience what local life is like going over it.
Scary. I guess if you've grown up with it, it's just normal life. So yeah, it just seems so different to us because of where we, growing up in the UK and then Singapore.
Yeah, Chow was just saying that, like, when they were younger, if they were going on dates, they wouldn't know what to do. So just get on a motorbike and just go up and down the bridge and enjoy the sunset. So it's cool. It's just a really, really nice to have that, I guess, connection to local life as well.
Yeah.
And just like that, we're back in the madness of Hanoi. It was kind of crazy. It feels really surreal.
Yeah, and it seems to be getting busier, by the minute. I guess people finishing work, I don't know what daily life schedule is here, whether it's start early, finish early, or whether this is just like the nightlife getting started. When we were walking earlier, lots of little stalls were setting up outside, like just seem to be starting. So yeah, we'll see as the night progresses.
Chow has just sent us the menu to a place, and we've made some choices, and we're heading on to somewhere to eat, which is great because I'm starting to feel very hungry now, which is, well, I always feel kind of quite hungry, but I'm ready to eat. You might notice that it's quite misty. It's kind of like raining a little bit. It just feels like kind of wet mist, I guess, which is actually lovely. Yesterday they recorded 40 degrees Celsius here. Today it's closer to 28, and so it is slightly grey, but we're really enjoying this whole experience. It's a nice contrast from the heat of Singapore. It's been hot back at home as well. And so to be able to experience all of this, the famous West Lake over there behind me right now, yeah, it's just wonderful to be able to see and experience everything in a slightly cooler environment than it would have been yesterday, that's for sure. Ho Chi Minh, when you ask Chow, who is Ho Chi Minh? We're in the whole government area, I guess, and we're actually behind us have got Ho Chi Minh's mausoleum. And yesterday, being National Day, yesterday was the celebration of, I guess, the independence or the reunification of Vietnam in 1975. And so it's all dressed up in red, all dressed up in the Vietnamese flag, which is really beautiful. I wanted to visit this trip. I don't know if we're going to get the chance. We're probably going to have to come back. We've actually just been saying, just looking around everything, people talk about Hanoi and how you only need 1 or 2 days and you've seen all of it, but we've seen so much depth here in the community, in the way that people live, that we want to spend a couple of weeks here and just experience life in Hanoi, really. So we're going to have to come back. Behind me are the remains of a B-52 bomber that was shot down by the Vietnamese people, an American B-52 bomber. Chow kind of proudly said, we may be a small people, but we fought together, and I just thought it was really cool. Obviously, I'm not an advocate for war at all, but I just thought that sense of pride and that sense of accomplishment and unity was pretty special. Yeah, this is an enormous wreckage of a B-52 bomber, and there's some anti-aircraft missiles just in front of me, which are kind of grandly flanking this huge, majestic building. That's a museum that we're not going to be able to go into today, but yeah, a wonderful little stop off to be able to just take in some of the surprisingly recent history here in Vietnam. The nighttime is absolutely alive. It's kind of crazy. The lights are all out now, the sky's gone dark, and we're still in the Jeep, but just experiencing Hanoi in such a different way.
Yeah, there is so much going on all the time. Sights, smells, and as I've been driving, I've noticed there's no road signs. So I've got no idea how anyone navigates around all these twisty little roads, but it works.
Yeah, we've got Aspen and Milo are sat in the front of the car asking loads of questions to Chow and to the driver Tuna, and they're being answered. Oh, we've stopped, we've landed.
Right.
So I think we are getting out. Thank you.
This is one of the things that was on my to-see list for sure. I'm going to show you first before I tell you. Yes.
Oh my goodness.
We are on Train Street, and even more amazing is we get to eat right next to here. The train should be coming through soon. I've seen this on the TV and it looks amazing and slightly scary. So I'm really excited that we're here. Yeah, this is awesome. Fried chicken wings next to the train track. Perfect. Just wait.
The train is just arriving now. We're all very excited. The whole place has gone quiet.
was amazing.
Thank you. Gammon. That's a great idea.
Like
Gammon.
earning money.
Gammon.
Earn without
Got it.
That was amazing. I wasn't really quite sure what to expect, but when you're actually seeing here and you realise how big it is and how long it is and how close it is, like, that was really cool. That was really cool.
Chow and I were saying how every carriage feels like it's getting closer.
It's scary to
Yeah,
me.
it was absolutely huge as well. When it comes in, you don't realise quite how tall it's going to be. And then each carriage feels like it's getting closer and closer and closer to you.
Yeah.
But it was cool.
It's cool. My first time experience this as well.
Nice. My egg coffee has arrived, or Cafe Tung. Cafe Tung. And the history behind why there's whisked egg in here is because back in the days where it was harder to be able to preserve milk and keep it fresh, to be able to make your coffee creamier, they whisked up egg in a custardy form and put it in here. And I've had one of these in Singapore before, but I've never had one here, and this is my very first one, and I'm really looking forward to having it. So, oh wow,
You like it?
it's amazing. It's soft and it's creamy and it's sweet, and then as you drink through the thick, creamy top part, the coffee kind of just starts tucking in onto your tongue as well, which is lovely. So, oh, there's another train coming, I think. We can hear it already. No, because once it's rolling, it's really repetitive. Okay, we have got a puppet show to go to. We're going to hot foot it back to the Jeep, so we're going to move. We are in a pedestrianised area now, which is awesome. It's huge, and yeah, and it's just bustling with loads of life, which is awesome. We are just outside the Thang Long Water Puppet Theatre, where we have got tickets to go and check out a show, which we're really looking forward to. Apparently there's a huge amount of art involved in the way that these guys perform. The show starts in 4 minutes, so Millie and Aspen have just gone to the washroom. We're going to go in right now and experience this traditional water puppet performance.
The Thang Long Water Puppet Theater, Vietnam's premier national.
What do you think?
They were in the water!
That performance is over, but it was absolutely amazing. I can't quite believe how good it was. On the internet, the other YouTube videos we've seen, it just didn't do it justice. And I know that there's like the arts are never done any justice when they're on like a YouTube video, and we definitely haven't done it justice in the way that you've probably just watched it. However, the live music, the way that the music is so well coordinated with the puppet shows. We had little translator earpieces that were telling us the stories that were happening, that were being translated here. Chow today was just telling us how the stories are traditional stories. They've updated some of them. They've made the stories and the interactions between the puppets a little bit newer, but they were still sharing traditional stories. These puppet shows in the water originated in the paddy fields in the flood seasons, and I love that. It's such a rich cultural heritage here. Honoured to have been able to have been a part of it today.
great, really nice, and hearing like a few like traditional stories along the way, seeing the traditional instruments. There were so many instruments that I'd never even seen before, and having seen some of them in a shop earlier and then hearing the sounds they make was really, really cool. And Milo was just like shuffling away at one bit where one of the fishermen put the fish basket on the woman's head. He was just cracking up laughing. So I'm so glad that they enjoyed it. Yeah, I'm glad that we came here.
Aspen spotted this sausage seller before we went in. She's still a bit peckish and we've all joined her. Mine's been dusted with chili as well. But as we came out of the theatre, the place is alive. There's like some music happening and people dancing. We're going to go over and check it out. But there's a load of people crowded around what looks like middle-aged people twirling around. I'm getting that way, so maybe I'll need to do some twirling tonight as well.
Apparently this is quite a common sight to see here. Loud music, people dancing. I find it really, really sweet. I'm really enjoying it.
This place has got such an amazing atmosphere. It's like hustling and bustling, and there's people everywhere, and everyone feels like everybody's having an amazing time, as we are, and just exploring, looking around at the buildings that are around us. They're so varied, some very historical, some more modern like the one you see behind me. We're just very, very grateful to be out now. We're actually going to be taking a little walk back towards our apartment, but we're going to show you whatever we can show you along the way.
There's a blue one.
These are natural silk cocoon scrubs, and you can put them on your fingers and then give your face a clean. Amazing, I've never seen these before.
We are back in the apartment after the most amazing first day here in Hanoi.
Yeah, what a great day. Like I said to Milo and Aspen at bedtime, I was like, oh, what was your favourite bits of the day? And they were just like, all of it.
Oh, that's cool.
They loved all of it. Aspen thought the train was a bit scary, but she enjoyed it.
I thought the train was a bit scary, to be honest.
Milo thought the puppets were really funny. He enjoyed those.
Yeah, we called my parents just now, and he said to them that it was his favourite part of the day, and he was able to tell them all about it, which was amazing. He really listened to the translation as well, which I thought was great. So I have to say, I thought that Hanoi is totally underrated. People have told us that you only need a day or two there. There's not that much to see. Even Chow herself told us that, oh, you only want a day or two before you explore other areas. But we would just found ourselves saying how much we'd love to spend a week or two here, just immersing ourselves in the culture and finding out more about this place. And I mentioned it after the puppet show, just the amount of depth in culture and tradition that's here that we just loved being a part of and finding out about.
Yeah, it's been great.
Day one done. We are here for 3 days, 4 days-ish. We travel home on the 4th day. We are going to show you a video from each of our days as well, I think. So this is the end of the first one. Please stay tuned. We've got some nature, we've got some more city, we've got heaps of food to come. Yes. And we can't wait to show you this beautiful place.
Good night.
Oh, wait.
Oh.
Before we say goodnight, please remember to subscribe, like and comment. It means the world to us. I know that you don't always watch as much of our travel videos, but our channel's always been about finding the wonder wherever we are, and there's plenty of it to be found here, so we can't wait to share it with you.
Yep. Okay. Good night.
Good night. Take care. Bye.